Welcome back to Super Sentai Review, episode number 100 and... This is episode number 100, I think it's 3, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, 103. Like the last episode, I am discussing 4 episodes this time. Episodes 42 to 45. The reason why I'm stopping at 45 because 46 begins the 5-part finale for this thing. Yep, in these 4 episodes. Now, of these ones, only one is not a character-focused episode. That's episode 43. Yeah, that surprisingly is the only one that isn't. And you're thinking, really? That's the only one that isn't? Yep. Because that one's about a treasure hunt. Yep. That's a group episode. In episode 42, I believe this is a Goggle-Red episode, if I'm mistaken. No, it's, oh yeah, this is a Goggle-Black episode. Yeah, episode 42 is a Goggle-Black episode. Where the plot of this one is simply this scorpion monster apparently turned people into scorpions. Though the plan is not to turn random people into scorpions, it's to turn the Goggle-V into scorpions. And when they get to them, they decided to kidnap a bus full of kindergartners. Why, you might ask? Because their teacher is the childhood friend of Goggle-Black. And apparently she didn't know he was Goggle-Black. Oh, and by the way, when the episode ends, does she ever talk to him about that? Nope. And it is very implied in this episode that she's in love with him. Yeah, it is very implied that she is. But for some reason, I'm not really sure why this is. They don't go into it, but based on expressions, like she really wants to confess her feelings for her childhood friend, and nothing. It's like completely dropped by the end of the episode. The character doesn't appear again, as far as I can tell. But this definitely was interesting. Well, at one point, she was used as bait to trap him. Yeah, uses bait. Yeah, uses bait to trap him. And, well, it does kind of work mostly, and she had no choice in the matter, but she did apologize for doing it, and he's like, oh, it's fine. You were just being used. And despite with the kids being there, like, you can easily tell just by her expression she's massively in love with him. I'm sure some ladies probably find Goggle-Black be irresistible. I like that song, Simply Irresistible. It's a great song. Now, in the case of 43, treasure hunt episode, and the plot is simply that we have one of the convoys, well, just happens to go clean out the attic of his house, and just happened by a treasure map that his grandfather basically had heard about once. And decided to organize an immediate expedition to find the damn thing. Also having the grandfather dress up in safari gear. Yes, safari gear in Japan. This is not Africa or India. This is Japan. Yeah, he's wearing Africa gear. I guess that's what basically they wear. I'm not really sure, but yeah, that's simply what it is. And a couple times, basically, the Goggle-V do rescue them. Second time, like, oh, we trapped you. And of course, they're like, no, we trapped you. Because the second time they did this, they actually captured the guy's daughter and grandson in order to get this 20,000 gold, which they briefly have possession of. And after being the monster of the episode, they get it. And the old man's like, apparently he's actually a descendant of one of the old feudal lords. I'm like, that's interesting. Oh, by the way, what does he want to do with the money? Use it to help more children. Not a bad idea. Start a charity with that money. Yep. Though normally how Japan works in some ways explained here is that Japan's government takes a small percentage of that particular fortune. Probably because it was his family, so he could probably keep it no problem. Yep. Now in the case of 44, this is something I did not expect to see one of these. A Google Yell episode. And the plot is simply this. Happy affected with a sticky sand to allow food to turn to sand so they can't eat it and have people die from starvation. Yes, it's another starvation episode. Yeah, even though we just had one not too long before this with a freaking hyena. Which, by the way, the hyena, when it was created, that was the last time we saw the machine that makes the monsters. Because here's the weird thing about Goggle-V. For some reason, about halfway through this, they stopped showing anything being used. For reasons. As a matter of fact, it's used even less than the monster machine used in Sun Vulcan. Yeah, it's used a heck of a lot less. Like, wow. Okay. So, at one point, they briefly trick in the episode, they briefly trick Goggle Yellow to basically work for them in order to kill Goggle Red. They think he killed him, but nope. And he's able to basically overcome the sticky sand by having the monster destroy the machine that turns it on and off. Yep, Rex machine, and he's able to turn everybody back now. He eats a bunch of food because he hadn't eaten in a while. And by the end of the episode, he is simply eating like normal. Yes, a very odd episode per se, but I'm like, do we really need to have 2 starvation message episodes in this show? One was fine, but do we need to have freaking 2? I guess because basically Go Yellow is a glutton, so why not? Yes. Now in the case of episode 45, this one is kind of a weird one. The episode is called Two Blacks. Yes. So we have Goggle Blue finding a woman basically injured on the side of the road. Goes to help her like a decent gentleman he is. And then it turns out, nope, she's not injured. She's perfectly fine. Tries to kill him several times. And then she chases her to a place that basically is like a strange statue, these Tuxuma. And he briefly fights the creature. And then they get away after having Mazuma take pictures of the damn thing. Take pictures of him. And, by the way, this creature is a shapeshifter. His goal is to destroy something. No. Steal. No. Kill. Well, it's another kill the Goggle-V episode. Or Goggle-V. This is a funny bit where he poses as Goggle Black. Where, like, twice, basically, he posed as one of the Rangers. And it figured out. In the case of the first one, they figured he's going to by jumping off this crane. And apparently he's scared stiff. And in the case of Goggle Pink, how they able to figure out this was imposter? Doing the pose. Yep, just doing the pose. And at one point, they have fighting Goggle Black, where, get this, they have him basically like act like no one does a little shell thing, and he does his own thing. And then he does something really weird. I agree with his line. What is this madness? Where apparently Goggle Black summons a bunch of black soldiers. No, not, black men and soldiers. Basically, looks like a bunch of little kids dressed in black. I'm like, what the heck is this? Yep, he's like, what is this madness? Yeah, I agree with it. What's this madness? Eventually, after all the attacks and you go to the Giants, he even has a little mice thing. I thought it was kind of hilarious. And eventually he's defeated by the very end. Yeah, that's what the episode 45 was hilarious at best. Any weak episodes per se, I would probably say it is episode 44. This one's kind of weak because it's a Goggle Yell episode and it's a starvation episode. We didn't really need another one. We already had one. But do we really need to have frickin' 2? This was so stupid. Didn't really need it. Yep, so yeah, that's the particular review. Next one's going to be the Rising of the Shoot here. I'm going to go ahead and get this done now. Yep. The next video. Bye.